shadow of the black sun. The desert holds its breath. Whiskey bottles lay forgotten amidst the tales of death. A ghost town whispers secrets in the chill of twilight's kiss, where a lone church stands burning amid the serpent's hiss. There's no mercy in the black sun, just shadows long and cursed. Souls wander lost and wretched in thirst that can't be nursed. The wind howls out for vengeance across the barren lands. No mercy in the black sun, fate's dealt by harsher hands. I once loved a maiden, pure as the prairie dawn. Her laughter now just echoes in the place where she has gone. Betrayed by false-hearted lovers, chased by a storm of lead. Now she's just another whisper in forgotten graves unspread. There's no mercy in the black sun, just echoes of our fears. Every train whistle moaning like the sum of all our tears. The dust storms carry stories of lives we can't reclaim. No mercy in the black sun, just an endless burning flame. Sky, where silence met my cries, I faced the man who wronged us, saw the truth behind the lies. My hand steady, the outcome grim, revenge a bitter sea in the black sun's heavy gaze. I watched a villain bleed. There's no mercy in the black sun, where I laid my love to rest. Each day a heavy burden, each night a lonely test. But in the heart of darkness, under that fiery dome, I found a twisted peace where the lost call home. No mercy in the black sun, just a long unending sigh, a tale of love and vengeance under a curse relentless sky. The silent desert under a blood-red moon's glow stood a man with a bottle of whiskey where the winds of regret blow. The town was just a shadow, a memory of smoke and flame, the ghost of a church still ringing, a hymn bearing his name. Oh, the devil's deal and the drifting smoke, signed in the shadows where the lost souls choke. Whispers on the dust storms cry, telling tales of how you'll never die. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy skies, but the devil had his due under those cursed sunrise. Trail came on a coal train's whistle, far and keen. Left nothing but her locket and dreams that could have been. The devil's deal in the dusk and the smoke that blinds. Promises made in the dark bind the strongest minds. Echoes of her laughter swallowed by the sand. In the heart of the cursed lands where we stand. Face to face with the past in the eye of a dust-swirled fight. The ghosts of wronged hearts rising with the night. Found her grave unmarked beneath the desert scorn. Whispered sorry to the winds, a love reborn. So here's to the devil's deal and the ever-burning smoke. In the land of lost chances where hope is a cruel joke. Raise a glass to the sky, to the love and life I forsake. Riding out with the dawn for my damn soul's sake. This song paints the somber picture of a wanderer, wrestling with his past and the deals cast in the shadows that have shaped his fate, all carried by a melody, as weathered as the story it tells. In the quiet town of Calamity's Wake, under the shadow of a blood-red moon, stood the gunslinger, his life at stake, in the dust where the sinners met their doom. Whiskey bottle lay emptied by a crooked cross, haunted whispers round the church now lost. Gunslinger, right through the smoke and the sorrows, chasing the ghost of your love, stolen and betrayed under the stars where there's no tomorrow, seeking vengeance where a debt of blood's unpaid. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a town too parched for righteous men. Her laughter mingled with the train's distant cries till the night when darkness claimed her kin. Trust turned traitor, lead her to the news, left a gunslinger with nothing left to lose. Gunslinger, right through the smoke and the sorrows, echoes of her voice, a guide in the cursed night, under the stars, cursed by ghostly arrows, hunting shadows that rob the morning light. At the fork where the dead river split, he met the traitor face to ghostly face. Words unspoken, cold steel spit, a thunder crack split the silent, forsaken place. Two shots fired in the desert's heart, one man standing, one torn apart. Gunslinger, walk through the smoke now fading, the path of revenge leaves but ashes and pain. Under stars his weary heart parading, in a land that forgets, but the ghosts remain. So in the town they whisper low of a man and the love he never let go, by forgotten graves where wild winds blow. Rests a gunslinger in the fires that grow.
where the whiskey drowns forgotten graves. Dust storms dance on cursed head plains anew. A train whistle moans through ghost town saves under a sky too cruel to be true. Boots worn, heart torn on this lonesome track. Each step a tale of love turned black. So I ride past the burning church. Flames whisper secrets in the smoke. This last ride, my final search for a ghost in the shadows. My heart she broke. A desert storm at night turned colder than a silent silver gun. Promises made by the flicker of candlelight, now ashes left under the setting sun. Betrayed by a kiss, led astray by a lie, in a land where even angels dare not fly. I ride neath the cursed moon's glow. Echoes of laughter in the fading light. This last smoke where the lost winds blow, holding on to shadows, battling the night. She stood with eyes like stormy rebuke, words unspoken, I love the Lord, a haunting melody, forever our fluke. Gun in her hand, destiny drew its breath. Two spirits tangled in a dance of death. And now I ride where the cold winds moan, leaving behind the dreams we stoked. This last ride in smoke I face alone, a heart forsaken, a spirit broke. In the whispering dust of the betrayed, I find my peace in the shade of the blade.
Shadow of the broken broken steeples cross, where the wind whispers through the pine's soft side. There lies a town lost beneath time's cruel gloss, engulfed by sands under a cursed sky. A preacher lived with a secret so dark, whiskey bottle whispered it to the night by the light of a lone flickering spark in a world devoid of a righteous light. Oh, the silence of the desert holds his tale, haunted by a love that could not prevail. Ghost trains cry beneath the moon's pale veil, and meant for the preacher's secret, a wretched way. On Sunday, love and grace gleams, while his heart hid her picture worn and frayed. In the vestige of his broken dreams lies the love he betrayed and the price he paid. A dusty Bible, a revolver code, her locket buried in an unmarked grave. His whispered prayers that never grew old, for a soul too far gone to ever save. Oh, the silence of the desert knows his shame, burning like the old church he set aflame. Ghost towns keep secrets, never speak her name. A meant for the preacher's secret, his eternal blame. Down in the valley where the dead church lies, the preacher found his knees, and there he cried, confronting ghosts of the past under stormy skies. He begged for forgiveness as part of him died. So listen to the wind, hear the desert's breath, echoing a tale of love, betrayal, and death. The preacher's secret walks a spectral rave, in silent deserts of sorrow he finds no rest. Lament for the preacher's secret, in whispers confessed.
In the shadows where the whiskey rivers flow, under moonlight scorn, the church bells toll no more. Lonely roads stitched with forgotten names, through the dust storms roll, carrying my blame. Midnight in the church fire, glowing red as rage. Silent prayers turn to whispers in this cursed stage. Ashes fall like snowflakes on this barren land. All that's left is a gun, still burning in my hand. There's a ghost town waiting, where our love once bloomed. That old wooden cross, now scorched and consumed. Neath the sky that mourns with stars that weep, lies the secret that the old church keeps. At midnight in the church fire, embers tell no lies, haunted by the specters of old sorrowful goodbyes. Echoes of the choir, trapped in flames embrace, a prayer for my darling, lost without a trace.
church fire where my vengeance bled. Laid him down beside his lies in the forgotten bed. And now I roam a phantom in the night's cold snare, a soul untethered, riding winds of despair. Each verse echoes the haunting sway of desert winds, carrying tales of old sins whispered by spirits still wandering the forsaken paths. Under a blood moon's watchful eye, the desert breathes a cursed sigh. Whiskey bottles lay empty, tossed aside in ghost town dust. A midnight train moans a lonesome tune, echoes off the silent dunes. Through barred windows shadows flicker in rusted trust. Midnight train and smoke, worn tracks through lands and spoke. Whistles cut the thick night air, a song of despair, carrying souls too broke, riding past hopes they choke, bound by the secrets they bear in the cold desert flare. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a chapel under starlit skies, promises made sealed with a kiss beneath the old oak shade. That love burned down like the church we found, ashes scattered on holy ground. Her betrayal a knife-sharp blade in shadows betrayed. Midnight train and smoke, tracks veiled by lies we spoke. Whistles mourn a love that's torn beneath the scorn. Hearts draped in sorrow's cloak, through cursed lands they poke, fleeing from a past reborn in the silent desert's mourn. In the hush of night, by the pale moonlight, I face my ghostly fears. Her whisper in the breeze, across the barren trees, brings a gunslinger's tears. Revenge a bitter quest at my weary chest, a badge of years worn thin. With each town I pass through, my resolve to pursue stirs the storm within. Midnight train and smoke, on this path forever yoked. Whistles cry my faded plea through lands that won't let be. Each puff a vengeful stroke, neath the yoke of what she broke, riding toward my destiny, where spirits are set free. Underneath the whiskey sun, where cursed shadows roam, dust storms twist through ghost town bones, a drifter's silent home, echoes of a train long gone, whispers through the tracks. Every red creek and board in town knows what I can't turn back. Here beneath the revenge, where my broken heart contends with the echoes of your voice in the winds that won't relent, by the light of a just a shadow in my sleep. Betrayal cut through our tied binds, left me in these deserts deep. Found your picture by the silver locket, laying by the forgotten graves, underneath the starlit silence, where nothing left can be saved. Here beneath the revenge, where old ghosts refuse to mend, I hear the howls of the past, where our love met its bitter end. By the light of a burning church, I face the truth I can't escape. All our dreams turned into dust in this endless haunted landscape. Betrayal sharp and stark, the sting of whiskey on my lips, like your memory in the dark. Was it love or just survival in this land so cruel and vast? The answer buried in the sands, like relics of a sinful past. Here beneath the revenge, I've laid my vengeance to rest. In the silence after the storm, with sorrow heavy in my chest, by the ruins of that holy place, I've learned to let your spirit pass. Beneath the revenge, I find peace at long last. In the dusk of serpent's prayer, where the devil casts his lot, the wind whispers secrets in a town God forgot. Whiskey bottles lay empty under tumbling skies of red. Every soul's a shadow in the land of the dead. Serpents call on the steeple, church burns down to cries, forgotten prayers falling on ghost town lies. The heart of the desert holds a bitter cursed freight. Shadows stretch long as justice fades away. I once loved a maiden with eyes like stormy dreams, in a place where silence drowned out the screams. Betrayed by a brother with a heart turned to stone, now her whispers haunt the night in the winds that moan. Serpents call on the steeple, church burns down to cries, lonely spirits wailing under bloodshot skies. The heart of the desert knows my sorrowful claim. Shadows swallow sunsets, and with them my name. At the crossroads I stand, gun heavy in my hand. Echoes of the train over the forsaken land. His shadow meets mine under the cursed moon's glow. Two brothers lock eyes, reaping the seeds once sown. Serpents call on the steeple, the past in flames does lay. Ashes float to heaven, but my soul it stays. The heart of the desert, cold under starry expanse. In the shadows of serpent's prayer, I had my last dance. Out where the chaparral meets the fading light, rode past the whiskey bottles, glinting through the night. Through dust storms howling, shackles of the past, ghost town's church of burning, shadows that they cast. Oh, I'm riding through the ghost town, rain's cold in my hand. The cursing lands whisper over forsaken sand. Echoes of my heartbeat sync with the train's moan. Revenge a bitter rider, I face this road alone. Her laughter once filled the Saloon smoky space, till betrayal left its cold hard trace. A bullet with a promise under the desert moon. In forgotten graves they lay, taken all too soon. No, riding through the ghost town, lost love's silent plea. Desert's breath, the furnace, still no solace brings to me. Ghost of her whispers dance in the dust swirl. Love lost in the shadows of this barren world. There at the gallows stood a man I knew, had brim-shadowed eyes that couldn't face the truth. Silence was his answer, the rope told the rest. In this ghostly silence, my soul can't find its rest. So I'm riding through the ghost town, this pain I've come to own. Forgiveness is a stranger on these streets of bone. With each hoofbeat's echo, my heart's turning to stone. In the land of lost shadows, I ride on alone.
Out past the rusted railroad spike, where the ghost towns kiss the sky, I ride on a stallion black as sin, through the whiskey dust and lies, under that old gallows tree, where the shadows whisper crimes. A
bottle swings, an unmarked grave, lost loves and forgotten times. Riding through the whiskey, flames lick at my side, haunted by the heartache that I can't leave behind. Every sip of memory, every gulp of grave, riding through the whiskey, the broken man's parade. She was the fire in the chapel that burned it down to lace, her kiss a promise of betrayal, gone without a trace. That night the desert knew her whispers underneath the crescent moon. She fled with my old rival to the tune of a traitor's tune. Riding through the whiskey with revenge burning bright, dark spirits guide me through the cold, cursed night. Every sip a story, every gulp a scar, riding through the whiskey to where the fallen are. In a dusty bar at the edge of despair, I saw her face, wind tangled in her hair. Guns drawn, eyes locked, time took a breath. In a silent town where the only exit is death. Riding through the whiskey, let the spirits be my guide. I found my peace in the thunder, her treachery denied. For every sip of sorrow, for every gulp of pain, riding through the whiskey, neath the endless starlit plain.
In the valley where the shadow lingers, under skies as old as the moon, a church steeple charred and fingered by the wrath of a scorned man's ruin. Whiskey whispers in the ghost town dust, echoes of a train that's gone. No mercy in the church fire, burning red. Flames whisper secrets of the damned and dead. Lost loves lament, a bitter choir, singing to the heavens of the church fire. He wore vengeance like an old coat frayed, her locket cold against his chest. Promises like graveyards laid, and soil barren as his heart's unrest. Through dust storms that erase the tracks, silent deserts hold the tales untold. No mercy in the church fire, wild and wide. The skies cried ash when the faithful cried. Betrayal silhouette against the pyre, cast by the blaze of the church fire. There in the heat amongst the amber age, he found the bones of his love, his child. The truth
the shadow of the valley where the sun forgets to shine lies a town too grim to name, past the dusty devil's spine. Whiskey bottles lay as markers for the souls who lost their way. Each step echoes in the silence of the streets they used to sway. Oh, the wind cries out the stories, forgotten desperate fates, of love lost and hearts betrayed under heavy western gates. Hear the train whistle a morning across the barren lands, ghost town secrets buried deep in the cursed desert sand. Underneath that moonlit blanket, there's a church with scorched old pews, where I swore my undying love, and where I learned I was born to lose. There my darling met a stranger with a heart colder than his gun. Promised her a brighter morrow, left me here when all was done. Oh, the wind cries out the stories, worn like leather cut so deep, of betrayal and cold revenge in a town too lost to weep. Hear the train whistle crying like the ghost that knows my pain, in the echoes from the ghost town under skies that promise rain. Of desperation, I faced the man who stole her heart. In the quiet of the ghost town, we stood 10 paces apart. Smoke and thunder broke the silence, only one of us would leave, bound forever to the ghost town, with a sleeve that's set to grieve. Now the wind still shares my story, and the whiskey dulls the ache of a gunslinger bound by sorrow, and the vengeance he did take. Hear the train whistle fading like the past I can't outrun, echoes from the ghost town till my days are finally done. In the whispering desert breezes where the spirits never rest, I wander through forgotten graves. In the west I love the best.
Where the shadows stretch along and lean, under a sky bare as old bones stripped clean, the ghost town whistles its eerie lore, echoes of steps that tread no more. Whiskey bottles lie in the sand, spilled secrets of a forsaken land. Whispers in the hollow sky calling me by name, curse or winds, they testify to a land that's lost to flame. Every dusk a muted cry from lips that speak in vain. Whispers in the hollow sky sing a lonesome, haunted refrain. A church once proud now flames, a testament to playing wicked games. Her love was a dagger hidden in a smile so sweet, left me a wanted man wandering in defeat by a crumbling well. I recall her face, forgotten graves moan her embrace. Whispers in the hollow sky haunting me
Every star a broken side, a tale of might have been. Whispers in the hollow sky, echo sins washed thin. Where the old train cries, I face the devil in her angel's guise. The truth struck sharp like the desert's cold. Revenge, a story in my blood retold. A bullet's echo, a soft goodbye. Silence fell neath the hollow sky. Whispers in the hollow sky, no more they speak my name. Desert's breath, the final sigh, ends this wretched game. Dawn breaks on my alibi as shadows claim their fame. Whispers now forever lie in the hollow sky. I stake my claim. Each line aims to evoke the haunting, the eerie atmosphere of a life marked by betrayal and the pursuit of vengeance. Grounded in a landscape barren and spectral, swirling with the ghosts of the past.
Out there where the train whistles cut through the night, dusty roads twist like the secrets they hide. I rode through a town where the church burned to ground. Every cross stood black neath the moon's mournful frown. Ashes of the last ride swirling in the wind, haunted by the echoes of the sins I can't resent. Whiskey whispers softly, betrayal's bitter taste on the cursed trail of vengeance, gone without a trace. Dawn cracked like the bottle I threw against the wall, in the valley where shadows and old lovers call. I found her locket near the forgotten graves, underneath the willow that wept for our betrayals. Ashes of the last ride caught in a dust storm's cry, silent desert's witness under a vengeful sky. Whiskey numbing memories, love that could not last. On the cursed ground I wandered, haunted by the past. Face to face with the ghost in the mirror's cold stare, the gun in my hand weighed down by despair. Whispers in the wind, a reckoning to behold. In the silver light, my revenge bitter and cold. Trails I roam, in this ghost town's heart I find no peace, no home. With each step forward I leave the past to burn in the ashes of the last ride. There's no return. So listen well to the tale of a man left to fend in the haunted silence where all journeys end, where dust settles over stories untold. In the ashes of the last ride, forever cold.
the shadow of the mesa where the cold winds howl lies a town too dead for dust, too gone for foul. Hear the echo of the train over lost and broken tracks. Bottle of whiskey lying empty alongside spent gun racks. Dance the revenge waltz beneath the moon's cold stare. Spin with the ghosts of what's left, swirling through the barren air. Each step a tale of wrath, every turn burns the past. Silhouettes in a cursed land where salvation never lasts. Once loved a girl as fierce as desert blooms, betrayed by a whisper, she met an early tune. Underneath the church where we once knelt in prayer, now nothing but ashes, smoke still hanging there. Dance the revenge waltz on charred and sacred ground. Haunted melodies of a pistol's retort, a haunting vengeful sound. Step to the rhythm of retribution's call. All spirits guide my hand across the dust of a silenced town. Stood face to face with the devil in boots, his smirk a twisted sin. He sold the love that was mine by right, the darkness drew him in. But vengeance is a partner, cold and hard and lean. We waltz among the shadows, our justice unforeseen. Dance the revenge waltz, let the old church bells toll. For every heart that's broken, for every stolen soul. Now as the dawn creeps o'er the hills with nothing left to mend, I take my leave in silence, this waltz has found its end. Dance the revenge waltz. Dance the revenge
in the heart of a ghost town under a blood-red sky. Dust dances with the devil where the lost souls lie. A whiskey bottle empty by a cold campfire. Echoes of a train whistle haunted with desire. Blood on the shadows, pain in the wind. Cursed by the memories of the sins I've skinned. This desert knows my name and my story is old, written in the dust where my heart turned cold. A love once burning like a church that caught the flame. Betrayed by a kiss in the shadows that we named. She left with the sunset on the day the preacher lied. Now I wander with the ghosts of what I've left inside. Blood on the shadows, scars in the sand. Walking through the night with a gun in my hand. The silence is my partner in this forsaken land, guided by the moonlight and the retribution plan. At the crossroads, by the old forgotten graves, I face the whispers and the debts I've yet to pay. Her shadow in the doorway, the showdown feels so right. Two bullets in the chamber under the starless night. Blood on the shadows, destiny's embrace. Revenge or redemption, it's a bitter taste. With each step on this cursed ground, I accept my fate. In the silence of the desert, revenge comes too late. The wind carries dust and the stories it knows of an outlaw with a heart where nothing grows. Blood on the shadows under sky so vast, in a land that forgets but the legends last.
Underneath the silver moon's haunted light stands a ghost of a town swallowed by the night. Wind whispers secrets through the chapel's burned black beams, echoes of the past caught in a dust devil's dream. Buried in the cursed land, where shadows lead to dance. Whiskey numbs the heart, but it can't change the chance. Every step I've taken led to this forsaken sand. Here lies my broken promise, buried in the cursed land. The tale of a love bride as a train's lone whistle call, gone like smoke from a gun when the darkness began to fall. She was a fire, I was the cold iron rail, bound for collision, a story doomed to fail. Buried in the cursed land, where the lost souls roam, haunted by the echoes of a heart that was my home. Every night I've woken to the desert's mournful songs, found my dreams uprooted, planted in these silent palms. In the valley of the damned, I face the truth under starlit glow. Her words were the betrayal, the final brutal blow. Now every whisper of the sand, every chill the desert sends, is her voice calling me to a place where all ends, buried in the cursed land. Buried in the cursed land, with my sins laid bare, the dust settles on my soul, yielding to despair. Here I wait forever, neath the cursed plot I stand, bound to this silent hell, buried in the cursed land. In a ghost town where the dust whispers secrets at dusk, haunted by the tune of a whiskey-soaked past. Lone shadows stretch where the gallows once swung. Silhouettes dance on the walls of the damned. Train whistles moan through the cursed silent land. A melody to the bones, forgotten beneath the sand. Beneath the gallows I sing this song, a tale of love lost where the right turned wrong. The wind carries echoes of a vengeful ghostly throng in the heart of the desert where the nights are long. She was the fire in the chapel that burned it to the ground. A love so fierce, now a memory drowned. A traitor's kiss led me to this fate, bound by chains of anger, sealed by hate. Dust storms roar over stones unturned, on a path of revenge where my heart once burned. Beneath the gallows I sing this song, a tale of love lost where the right turned wrong. The wind carries echoes of a vengeful ghostly throng in the heart of the desert where the nights are long. Stand in the shadows of my sins, facing down the ghosts of what might have been. The noose swings gently, a reminder of my plight. In the pale moonlight, I'm ready to fight. The echoes of the past, they howl and they hiss, whispering secrets of the abyss. Beneath the gallows, this is my redemption song. From the shadows of the past to where I belong. Let the desert sands claim me as their own. Beneath the gallows, I find my way home. In the haunted silence where my demons have roamed, beneath the gallows I sing my final song. Sagebrush blows underneath that crimson sky's fogo glows. There's a path tread bare by boots and crows, whiskey bottle buried where the cold wind moans. The echoes of train whistles, ghostly and low, mark the miles of the damned and those they chose. Blood on the lonely road, shadows stretch and bend. Her laughter now just whispers across this haunted plain. The church once stood holy and bright, now just charred ruins under the moon's pale light. Promises made sworn in the heat of the night, betrayed by the dawn, left to reckon with spite. Blood on the lonely where silence holds
The man I once was now just a whisper of smoke in this land of forgotten graves and unspoken fears. I face the sins of my past through the trails of tears, blood on the lonely road. This tale's mine to own. In the dust of revenge, my fate's etched in stone. Forsaken love in the silence I tone. Forever wandering on this lonely road alone. The strings twang a mournful melody as the song closes. The image of the lone traveler disappearing into the vast haunted expanse of the desert, his story echoing in the wind.